Good Friday evening, everybody. Welcome to Homestead. Here we are with the guys from TRRL. The championship race. The championship is on the line. The points are close. We're going to go over those tonight. My name is Chris. I am the guy in the booth tonight. Nobody else coming out to say hi to me. I guess I'll have to handle it on my own. We've got 80 laps here tonight. And again, going to decide a championship. We'll go over those points in just a moment. Qualifying, getting ready to wrap up. And I thank you very much for taking time out of your Friday night to join me here. Please feel free to ask questions, talk. I am paying attention. And it would really help me out, actually. I gotta have somebody to talk to if my co-host isn't here. So, yeah. And, it's going to be a good race. I'm actually looking forward to this. I've been watching practice now for about 45 minutes, and the trucks seem to be controlled very well tonight, and looking forward to seeing that. There are, right now, 25 tracks in the, or excuse me, 25 trucks in the server. If they all go, it's going to be a very good-sized field here tonight. Up front, you see them. The number 114, although his number's not showing up. The number 114, Jared Beasley, is the fast truck so far during qualifying, and I'm sure he would very much love to start up on the pole tonight. I've talked about it many times already. This is for the championship, so we're going to go through it right now. Your points leader coming in tonight, Justin Anderson. 22 points behind him, Aiden Young. And we've got 28 points behind Bucky Burt. Ryan Daniels in 4th. David Kane's 5th. Grayson Trexler 6th. John Fershing Jr. He's 7th in the point standings. Rudy Ridrick running in 8th. Travis and then Austin Lonis running 9th and 10th. There's your top 10 in the points. And like I said, it's very close. 22 points separating 1st and 2nd. Justin Anderson, Aiden Young. We're going to be having to watch those two trucks tonight. It'll be pretty neat to see how they go. And now I got to catch up on some chat because I've been talking. '96 truck. Is that Chad? Chad Kensington? Is that you, RD? No. That's not right. 69 truck. That's Aiden Young, isn't it? Yeah, come up into the... I don't see you in our team speak, bud. Oh, Ryan Daniels. Okay. Gotcha. Hold on 1 second, Ryan. We'll get you up. Joining me in the booth, driver of the 96 car, Ryan Daniels. Ryan, Chris up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do, Chris. How's it going?
Ryan, doing really well tonight. Looking forward to the race. You said that you wanted to get some stuff out and update the fans on the series that's starting up next week. Go ahead.
Yes, I did. I wanted to come on here and I wanted to thank everybody who's been involved this season with the TRRL Truck Series, from you guys at Racing for a Cause TV, the drivers at Monday Night Thunder, all these guys at TRRL who have been committed the whole season. The reason I thank the guys from Monday Night are all their drivers who have come over here and help us build this league, help support us. The same thing with the guys from Racing with a Cause. Everything you guys up in this booth and everything like that have helped been able to establish for us this season, and because of that, starting next week, the TRRL Rumar Classic Cup Series is going to start with our first race at Daytona. It's going to be a 17-week season using the K&N cars, or as we're going to be calling them, the Classic Cup car. and it's just going to be a lot of fun. It's going to feature a chase format and stuff that we'll get into when the season starts, but a lot of good things I'm looking forward to, and just wanted to come up here as one of the admins for the league and everything like that, and wanted to thank all the drivers and Bucky and everybody who made this entire season possible, and wish everybody luck before the race.
Well, that's awesome, man. Hey, thank you very much. Are you in server now, or were you able to join?
Yes, I am. I am in the server. Unfortunately, my name during this race is Chad Kensington. It was a little bit of a running joke we had last week without the without us being broadcasted, and I forgot to change my name back. So, Chad Kensington will be my name for this race.
Okay.
All my buddies will get the joke. So, guys, hope everybody out there tonight who's watching enjoys the race. Thank you, Chris, for broadcasting for us, and hope you have a good time broadcasting, and I will catch everybody later.
All right, Ryan. Thanks very much for coming on up. I'm not sure what channel you were in. Who were you in with?
Back down. I was in the Hurricane or the TRRL channel, whatever it is over here. So.
Okay, I got you covered.
All right. Thank you very much again for letting me come up and talk.
All right, no problem. But have a great race. Good luck.
Thank you.
Ryan Daniels tonight going to be Chad Kensington. But hey, we're getting ready to kick this one off. We're going to get ready to do the grid. That's coming up just around the corner. And then we kick off 80 laps here at Homestead. Welcome to Florida, everybody. All right, here comes the grid. On the pole in the number 15 truck, John Fershing Jr. Outside pole, that's Jared Beasley. Running third, we've got Aiden Young. Fourth, Judd Danielson. Coming in fifth, Bradley Wilson. On his outside, Andrew Cardinelli. Marty Ray coming in on 7th position. Kevin Fetty 8th. Matt Skipper 9th. David Kane's 10th. Corey Walters and Ray Richer make up 11th and 12th. Robert McFarland, Grayson Trexler 13th and 14th. Blake Falone, he's coming home 15th. We know the 16th place truck, the number 96. We're going to call him Aiden Young because we know better. Running 17th tonight, Vernon Mycam. 18th, Jeremiah Ragsdale. 19th, Bucky Burt. 20th, Rudy Ridrick. And here comes the rest of the field as we get set to go green flag racing. That happened a little faster than I thought it was gonna, but here we go. We get these trucks up to speed and we've got a race. 2 by 2 going into 1 and 2. Coming out of 2, it looks like John Fershing Jr. moves up to the outside trying to maintain lead. John Fershing Jr. on the outside of the 69 truck. Aiden Young. Looks like Aiden. Ooh, we're under caution already. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. I'm up here by myself. It's going to take me a minute to figure out accidents, so you're going to have to bear with me. But it looks like we found one right there. We've got a barbecue mesquite going on underneath that hood. And that is the number 97 truck, Jeremiah Ragsdale. So let's take a peek and see if we can find out what happened. Alright, so we're watching that green truck. You can barely see the number on the side of it. He's to the outside. Now we're not sure if he was the cause or just got wrapped into it, so we're going to figure that out right now. Ooh, it happened right in front of him. The 9 and the 22 got together, jams up the whole field. Then the 64 and the 9, oh boy. That's like a mini big one right there. 97 in the wrong place at the wrong time, early on in this one. Yeah, Kendra, that's this is the TRRL league, so they do their Thunder Road Racing League. Our guys, the Monday and Wednesday night guys, that's the Racing for a Cause, and those are the cars that we run every Monday and Wednesday. This is a different group of people. They just happened to get in touch with us and asked us to broadcast their races, and we said yes, and here we are. So we got trucks going for the championship, but before we get to that point, we've got trucks going around. We're on our first caution already. John Fershing Jr. up front in the 16 truck. Good to see him out there. I really do like watching him race around. He's a very, very good driver. As is Aiden Young to his outside. Now Aiden Young currently running in second place in the points, behind Justin Anderson. The point differential 22. So Aiden trying to get out front and do everything he can do to try and win the championship. It's okay, Kendra. Ask away, ask away. I'll be happy to answer them as best as I can. I might be a little slow tonight. You notice I'm the only one in here. Usually on a Friday night I've got Rick and Rick in the booth with me. They're unable to make it tonight. We continue on anyway. John Fershing Jr. in control of the field as they start going 2 by 2, getting ready to pull the restart. Right after they go down the back stretch, pace car will come in on turn 4. We should go back green flag racing. Great shot of the field, the trucks out there. Pace car drops in. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. John Fershing Jr. hits the hammer. That truck takes off. To his outside, Aiden Young. Aiden Young with a really nice restart right there. Able to kind of stay side by side with John Fershing Jr., but John starts pulling away. Right behind him, the 85 truck, Jug Danielson, pushing with the air. You do get a little bit of an aero push here, so something to keep an eye out for. The 85 and the 15 out front. Aiden Young falls back to third. And Marty Ray on the inside of the 65 truck trying to make him go back another position. Aiden Young trying to get back up there a little bit and try and take over his line and save third position. He does it right there. Really nice drive into the corner. I am not going to smother you guys with track facts tonight. Simply stated, I have only driven on this track, I think, twice. So I don't know a ton about this track. I know the times that I have driven on it. It's a wide track, it's a fast track, it's a little slippery. In fact, right now, air temperature 81 degrees, track temperature running at 91.8, so that track is going to get slippery. The further into a run we get, we're going to start seeing the back end of these trucks kind of kick out a little bit if they're not careful with that throttle. Throttle input here, very, very important. And up front, John Fershing Jr. has led every single one of them so far. We're on lap 8 of 80. I want to thank you all again for coming out on a Friday night, spending your Friday night with us. We really do appreciate it here at Racing for Our Cause TV. Really can't believe how many followers and subscribers that we've had. Really do appreciate that. And thank you to the guys over at Racing for a Cause for understanding that Rick and I needed to take a little break out of the car. And so we decided we'd do some broadcasting. Thank you for your support there. And thank you to the guys over here at TRRL who saw us broadcasting. You may have had a little helping hand from a gentleman named Joe White over at OSR Network, who maybe told them about us and that we were trying to give it a go. And here we are. John Fershing Jr. starting to open up a pretty good lead right now. Well, make that a half a second lead. He seems to have the perfect line going around this track. Meanwhile, a huge battle going on for second place. You got 3 trucks battling over for second place. And right now, Judd Danielson's the man up front in that pack. Aiden Young trying to take it over on the inside. Aiden Young in the 69 just in front. Aiden Young now running second. What happens, Kendra, is the tires start to wear, and they're not like tires on your car. They're a bald tire, and they call them a racing slick. So once the rubber starts building up as it falls off the tire and builds up into the track, because of the heat, the track no longer has that grip. So the tire doesn't stick to the track like it would if the tires hadn't been there. So it's really a combination of the track getting hot and tire wear that causes the trucks to get light. Now the other thing too, unlike a car, the back of the truck is a little bit lighter because it's a truck. It doesn't have that weight out back, that it's not as evenly balanced as a car. So they're normally a little bit more prone to be looser anyway. Looser meaning the back of the car wants to come around to the front side. Good question. Marty Ray running in third right now in the 65 truck, trying to put some pressure on Aiden Young. John Fershing Jr. out in front though, still by a half a second. So this is all happening behind the leader. Second, third, fourth place, all trying to get to second. Right behind them, we've got another pack of 4 cars. And by cars tonight, I mean trucks. I mean trucks. We've got the 88. That's Brad Wilson. The 3, David Keynes. The number 46, that's Matt Skipper. And the 12 truck, that's Corey Walters. Trucks really are getting nose to tail, so I think they're going to just run off some laps here, not trying to push any boundaries right now. As I say that, the Pokemon number 11 truck, Blake Falone, going around the 114 of Jared Beasley. That 11 truck, probably one of my son's favorites. Back a little further into the pack. We've got the 13 truck, Austin Lunas. He's running currently 12th. Right behind him, Vernon Magan. He is running the 33 truck in 13th position. Justin Anderson in the 16 truck right behind him. And Rudy Ridrick, that 94 car truck. I'll get the same truck before the end of this one. And let's see, currently third in point standing, Bucky Burt, currently being scored in 16th position in the 25 truck. Actually just going around Jason Burgess right now, and Jason fights back on the inside. So Bucky, one of those guys who's trying to get up front, have a very good finish. Obviously running third in the points right now. Every point's going to count. Try and get himself up to the front. And yeah, Kendra, we do have a Pokemon truck out there. That's that number 11 truck right there. Let's see if we can get in this a little tighter. There it is. And I believe out on the tailgate, without my son's help, I'm going to say that's an Eevee. He's coming over to check it out. I have confirmation. On the back of that truck, the Pokemon is an Eevee. See, I pay attention to my kids. John Fershing Jr. out front. The lead has extended out to 0.8 of a second over Aiden Young. Aiden Young under the gun by Marty Ray. Marty Ray in the 65 to the inside. A little tap to the inside, left side rocker of the 69 truck. No harm, no foul. They didn't even lose speed. The 65 trying to get past Aiden Young. Maybe just slightly faster right now. There's a little bit of a draft, as I've already mentioned. You do get some draft on this track. The speeds are there. Marty Ray to the inside in the 65 truck. They're side by side going down the backstretch. Marty Ray in the 65 trying to pick off Aiden Young for second place as they go into 3 and 4. Aiden Young powers through 3, but not able to maintain speed. And actually, Kendra, before a truck gets loose, well, two things happen. So the tires start wearing down. You're not able to carry the same speed into the corner. And we just saw that 69 truck get really close to the wall, and that's called being tight. And that's also a result of tire wear. He's not able to keep the same speed and keep the same line that he had been driving. And yes, I agree. Too many Pokemon to try and keep up. Although, I'm pretty sure my kid knows them all. He loves that app, Pokemon Go. I don't, because it kills batteries. Batteries and phone do not last with Pokemon Go. Nonetheless, the 65 truck definitely got around Aiden Young there, and he's starting to pull away. But the guy really pulling away, your leader, that 15 truck, 1 second is the interval back to second place. John Fershing Jr. doing an excellent job getting around Homestead here tonight. We're going to go back a little further in the field. We've got the 3 truck. That's David Keynes. He's followed by Judd Danielson in the 85. The 3 in the 85 battling it out. 4th and 5th place right there. Go back one more truck. That looks like the Miami Dolphins. Yes, football season is right around the corner. Matt Skipper throwing down the Dolphins theme. Right behind him in the 12 machine, we've got Corey Walters. Corey running 7th right now. In the 88, we've got Bradley Wilson running in 8th. The 11, the Pokemon truck, running 9th right now. That's Blake Falone. And rounding out the top 10, we've got Vernon. Vernon in the 33 truck. There's a good wrap-up of the top 10. Again, your leader out front in the 15 truck, John Fershing Jr. The lead has been cut down to 0.8 of a second. John just may be letting off the throttle a little bit early, trying to save his stuff. We're in the midst of a very long green flag run right now, and John has led every single lap so far. Yeah, my wife and I both have Pokemon Go on our phones. My son uses my wife's way more often. He's on it all the time. We went out to dinner tonight. About a mile away, he used it. tonight in the post-race interview, hopefully we get to talk to our top 3 drivers. Hopefully we get to talk to Bucky Burt so he can crown his champion. Bucky is the owner and admin of this series. If everything works out and everybody's in team speak, that would be great. John Fershing Jr. holding on to that 7 to 8 tenths of a second lead. Right back to Marty Ray in the 65. He's followed by the 69 truck, Aiden Young. And actually, Marty is pulled away, so he is definitely catching John right now. Aiden Young falling back. And right behind him in the 3 truck, starting to catch up to Aiden Young, David Keynes, and Judd Danielson in the 85 right behind him. And you see right there the 12 truck, really good run on the inside, the 12 truck. Corey Walters running 6th right now, trying to take 5th over from Judd Danielson. He definitely has position. We'll see if they have the tires to make this one stick. Corey Walters down low. Looks like he's going to take position. '85 truck battles back on the outside, but Corey dives back down into turns 3 and 4. The 85 fights back again on the outside. This time, I think Corey Walters in the 12 truck hits the start-finish line first. He does. Corey Walters, your new 5th place runner. Up front again, John Fershing Jr. stretching that lead back out again. It's up to a second again. So John Fershing Jr. finding some more speed out of that truck. Or he's just saving his equipment and using it when he needs to. Marty Ray 1 second back, still in 2nd place. Aiden Young running in 3rd. That's a 3.5 second gap back to him. So John Fershing getting ready to actually catch some lap cars. Rick Hammond Jr. joining us in chat, but not in the booth. Hint, 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 hint. As we are under yellow again, just our 2nd caution. And gonna get, ooh, who's that? Somebody down there with a blown motor. I'm not sure who it was. There he is right there, the 41 truck. That's Robert McFarland. Robert has the Mesquite under the hood, getting some burgers ready. Gonna be watching the rest of the, oh, actually, you know what? They do have one quick repair. So with that quick repair, providing he hasn't used it yet, and I don't believe he has, he should be able to get that truck fixed up and back out on track. Just like nothing ever happened, except for, you just heard it. That motor just went pop. So we'll see if he can make it around the track and into pit road. I don't think so. I think he's gonna have to tow. That could be the end of the night for Robert McFarland in the 41 truck. Your leader's coming down pit road. John Fershing Jr. has led every single lap. He leads him down pit road. He's followed by Marty Ray in the 65 and the 69 truck. That's Aiden Young. David Keynes in the 3 truck, also down pit road. So now it's going to become a battle off from pit road to see who leads the next laps. We see the right side of the 15 truck go up and down. We see the left side of the 15 truck go up. Tires all around. Fuel into the truck, and he's out. John Fershing Jr. holds on to the lead, and the 65 truck, Marty Ray, right behind him. Quiet, Rick. That's how everybody is tonight. Quiet. Kendra and I have been talking. Just the second caution so far, 4 caution laps. This has been a pretty darn good race so far. 34 out of 80 done. Getting very close to the halfway point. Your leader, the 15, John Fershing. The 2 trucks ahead of him, they're going to be taking a wave around. So John will catch up to the pace car when they take that wave around. He'll reassume first position on track. 2 is outside, the 3 of David Keynes. Running third right now, Corey Walters in the 12 truck. Judd Danielson in the 85. So the top 5 has changed quite a bit. Buddy, it's still a long week. Top 5 again, we've got John Fershing Jr., Keynes, Walters, Danielson, and Fetty. That is your top 5 as they run. We're going to be getting back to the green flag here, I believe, in 1 more lap, so we're going to be watching for that to happen. Yep, you see the 2 trucks peel off and go around the pace car. They're going to rejoin the tail end of the field. The lead lap trucks starting to go 2 by 2, getting ready to go back green flag racing. The 11 is the Pokemon vehicle. That red and black Pokemon car on the inside, 3rd row, running currently in 5th place. John Fershing Jr. looking to start the field back up. Trucks are lined up 2 by 2. Looks like the outside setting back just a little bit. They need to catch up a little bit. Pace car is... Actually, lights are still on the pace car. What is going on there? They may have just thrown an admin, and they did. They threw an admin caution, but the pace car lights are off now. So pace car lights are off. Trucks 2 by 2. 1 more lap around, and we go green flag racing. There was no admin caution because that's not showing up. So evidently, I missed it. That the lights were still on, and I apologize. Nineteen trucks still on the lead lap. John Fershing Jr. has led all 36, make it 37 laps. Getting ready to start lap 38 after they go green flag racing. The Porsche pace car getting ready to drop down pit road. And then John Fershing Jr. gets to start the truck race again. Here at Homestead, down in Florida. It's a pretty neat thing. 1 week I'm in Florida. Next week I'm in Connecticut. I don't have any miles on the airplane. Everybody has new tires. They're going to try and use them right now. John Fershing Jr. pushes hard on the inside to regain and keep that lead. Corey Walters in the 12 truck stays with him on the inside, moves up, takes over 2nd place. David Keynes falls back to 3rd. The 11 trying to push. Ooh, big move by the 12. Bigger move. Oh, that's not good. Pace car is on its way back out. Ryan, you want to call the rest of the race, bud, you can feel free to come on up with me. Nate, how you doing tonight, bud? Good to see you out there. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night. Really appreciate that. You know, you didn't miss that much at all. 39 laps, 3 cautions, only 9 caution laps so far. 1 lead change, and it just happened. John Fershing Jr. had led every single lap until right before the caution when Corey Walters took over with a real strong move to the inside. Unfortunately, I think he caught just a little bit of John in that pass, and it started a chain reaction kind of close to the front of the field, which is always dangerous, but most of the trucks got through it, and I think it's going to be okay. Again, I do want to mention the points battle that we have going on. Your points leader, Justin Anderson, and I'm just looking through the list of drivers because I want to see where he is. Justin Anderson currently being scored in 15th position right now. He's followed by Aiden Young. And Aiden where is Aiden? Aiden Young currently running 4th. Now I'm not familiar with the actual points, how they're actually running points, but there's a pretty good gap there. Only 22 points actually separate them on the point standings. So this could come down to the wire. Boom. No password anymore, bud.
All right.
Welcome up into the booth, Ryan Daniels. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, I've done this a few times before with the boys over at North Star Network. Saw you were up here by yourself. I got nothing better to do for the remainder of the race, so I figured I might as well come up here and see if I can't give you a hand.
Well, let me pick your brain a little bit, because so far, it looks like the trucks have been riding around the track pretty good. Every once in a while, I'll see a truck get tight, but I don't really see a lot of looseness out of these trucks. Was that about right?
Yeah, these things aren't getting very loose tonight. They're actually really tight as the run goes on. These guys are, a lot of people tonight are having trouble just finding a spot where they can really get that truck to turn the way they want to. I think the track's just really gritty and tearing up the tires a lot tonight for a lot of drivers.
Yeah, and you see that on the longer runs. And John Fershing, in that really long green flag run, he had a second lead. I think he let it go just a little bit just to kind of save some tires, and then was able to extend the lead again. So if you're out front, save your stuff. I guess that's the philosophy to take here.
Yeah, more or less, I think track position's the way to go tonight so far. I mean, we've seen the guys that are up front able to stay there, and the guys that are trying to make their way, like I was, through the field there, even though it was a bunch of laps down. But really tough to pass, just given how the tires are. Really, about the first lap or two on the restart's really the only time you can really force that truck to do anything you want it to. But after that, it's kind of spread out.
See, this is the thing that I don't get because I'm not racing. And it's been too long. I can't wait to get behind the wheel again. Soon. And in iRacing terms, that means hashtag soon.
Well, we got to get you with us for TRRL at some point, my friend.
Yeah, I'll throw one down. I'm going to have some time off here in a little bit, so yeah, I'll be ready to go here pretty quick. But speaking of ready to go, you've got Corey Walters in the 12 truck. He is your leader right now. He's following a pace car with the lights down, so the pace car getting ready to come in pit road. John Fershing Jr. in that 15 on the outside pole, looking to try and reassume the lead. The 11, Blake Falone, and you know these guys, so if I'm saying something wrong, you let me know. Blake running third and Aiden Young fourth. Aiden Young trying to do everything he can to get up front. That is for points. He's only at 22 points behind, but the 15 truck didn't go. That was a horrible restart from John Fersham.
Yeah, it looks like John might have had some trouble getting the restart there. I don't know if he was in the wrong gear or not, but was just trying to see what's going on with these guys. They're almost 3 wide going down the back straightaway. Aiden Young there trying to get to the inside as they go, just trying to get by John Fersham, and they're all fighting for position behind him.
Yeah, I think you're right. I believe he was in the wrong gear because Aiden Young was pushing for everything that truck would mass. Oh, we got one. We got a big spinner.
And that's going to collect a lot of trucks right there, and I think one of them might have been, not sure, but I don't know if the 25 or the 16 were involved in that.
Well, we've got the... yeah, that happened pretty quick. Best we take it back to instant replay, I think. So we are currently watching the 44 truck, Ray Richard, who I believe was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. We had the 114, the 44. That's about all I was able to catch. Oh, 22 and 85. Those are your 4 trucks involved in that one.
Yeah, and I think it might have been the 114 of Jared Beasley that got together there when they were stuck 3 wide. I think it all started with the... might have been the 85, the 114, and the 44, I think, there that got stuck 3 wide and caused that initial spin.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, tell me this. Fuel window in these trucks. What are you seeing out there?
The fuel window that I saw for these guys, I want to say it was right around 65 to 70 laps or so on a full tank of fuel. It might have been a little bit less than that. I didn't get the opportunity to run a full fuel load when I was either out on track earlier or in practice. But that's roughly what I was hearing from 1 or 2 guys. But for me, that seems a little bit far. I'd say probably right around 55 to 60 laps is probably a more realistic window.
Well, fuel may not be the issue, but tires certainly are, and the 12 truck gives up the lead to come down pit road. Corey Walters down pit road right now. And that gives the lead to the 11 truck. The Pokemon Go. Well, it doesn't say Pokemon Go, but it is a Pokemon truck.
Yes, it is. That is and it used to be the Pokemon Go truck of Blake Falone. He's one of the guys that joins us over from Monday Night Thunder, so I definitely appreciate those guys coming over helping us out. But Blake's a good driver, and it's cool to see him out in front tonight, leading some laps in the number 11 BB Racing Pokemon Chevrolet.
Something about saying Pokemon and racing all in the same sentence, huh?
Yeah, right.
Oh, we got Blake Falone, Marty Ray, Jason Burgess, Aiden Young. Actually, after that last restart, worked his way back up to 4th very quickly. John Fersham going to be starting inside, row 3, in 5th position. Matt Skipper in the 46 truck. The Miami Dolphins 46 running in 6th place. Bucky Burt works his way up to 7th position. That accident had a little bit to do with that because you saw him skirt around that one. So good awareness driving out of Bucky on that situation. The 33 truck running in 8th right now. The 114, Jared Beasley, running 9th. And Jeremiah Ragsdale rounds out your top 10.
Yeah, and so far, I mean, you see these guys, got to give props, at least I do anyway, to actually going to give a shout to Jason Burgess, started 21st, able to bring that Monster Energy Toyota up to 3rd. And same kind of deal with Bucky, Burt, and Vernon Markheim, both started 19th and 17th, and they're running 7th and 8th, respectively. So a lot of these guys that were starting out back have been able to work their way up to the front.
That's a good run. To be able to gain that many positions, and you do that a couple of ways. You do it by passing on the track. You do it by passing in the pits. That's a big one. A lot of people don't think about that in sim racing, but it's just as true in sim racing as it is in real life.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, it's no different here. And unfortunately tonight, There has been a little bit of an issue with some of the guys getting to pit lane. It actually what bit me and put me 3 laps down. A couple of guys we've had tonight who have tried to come to pit road, and unfortunately with the way that the access road under caution works, it moves you in front of the cars that are still out on the racetrack, and that yields you a black flag when you come to pit road.
That's tough.
Yeah, and one of the #1 rules for the Truck Series this season in TRRL was that we do not clear black flags under any circumstances. We didn't anticipate a circumstance like that, but unfortunately that is the rule, and I had to pay the piper, and I think a few others did as well, and that's why we're seeing so many cars a lap down at the rear of the field.
And you know, I like that rule. It's a good rule. Every once in a while, you have to think rules are meant to be broken, but on the whole, it's a very good rule. You know, if somebody comes down pit road to avoid an accident, I would have to clear that black flag, but pretty much any other circumstance, sorry, the official called it, you know, gotta let it run.
Yeah, for the most part, I mean, it usually works out right where that is kind of one of the circumstances where we might clear a black flag is if somebody was avoiding a wreck, but it really, what it comes down to is just us trying to make sure that everybody's as equal as it can be, and the most fair way to do it is if iRacing calls it on you, you have to serve it.
And we are under green again. Blake Falone and that number 11 truck took off very nicely. Marty Ray running that 65 machine up into second place. You see the Monster Energy truck, Jason Burgess running in third on his outside and trying to put a little pressure on the 69 truck, Aiden Young. And on the inside, also trying to put a little pressure on John Fershing Jr. with a really nice run off from that corner.
Yeah, these guys up front are running really, really well right now. Everybody's tucked together as these guys are battling hard further back. Bucky Burt, I think 3 wide back there with Matthew Skipper and the 114 to Jared Beasley, but it looks like they might have gotten that sorted out as they exit turn 2.
Yeah, Bucky running that middle line, being awful brave. Little choppy there. That could come back and bite. He's got to hold that line solid. Doing a fine job keeping out of everybody's way, but man, that could have been dangerous.
Yes, it could have, and obviously Bucky Burt, one of those guys, still within contention for the championship if things play out right. But we do have some contact up front between the 69 and the 11 of Blake Falone. Looks like they're going to be able to sort it out, but it's going to stack everybody up behind him, it looks like.
It does, and it gives us a new leader, too. Marty Ray up front. John Fershing up to second. We've got him going around.
And that looks like it might be another big crash. We got about 4 other trucks involved, and I think the 23 of Jason Burgess is where that all started.
Let's see if we can find the 23 as we go back to instant replay.
Oh, he might have got some help.
We're watching him right now, so he was right behind the 69 truck, Aiden Young. You see it. I backed up a little ways because I wanted to see what led up to it. John Fershing Jr. now in front of him. Running a nice line down low. 25 truck up top. 25 clears. 114 takes over the spot over the 23. 114 goes real tight. Touches the wall just a little bit. Loses a few positions. Yeah, you're right. A little bit of help.
Yeah,
you're
maybe
absolutely right. Doesn't take a lot to kick the rear end of these trucks out. And you saw it right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time for Jason Burgess and Blake Falone there. 33 just trying to get in line, probably didn't realize that the 23 was just quite there and just barely touched him. So a little bit of minor contact, but it caused a big issue for a few drivers, and I do believe that took out the 44, the 33, and the 22. All 3 of those cars have brought their cars to the garage.
Yeah, I saw a couple of them. They were out there stoking the fire for the barbecue, getting the hot dogs and hamburgers ready for the post-race celebration. Lap's still ticking off, though. Lap 53 of 80. We're under caution. 5th caution of the race, only 16 laps. 5 different lead changes. So what started off as really the John Fershing Jr. show has changed up a little bit. And since that first initial really long green flag, we've had some racing up front.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I don't know what's been going on with the number 16 of Justin Anderson, but he has been to and from pit road, whether it's been under green or under yellow, and he seems to keep working out for him where he hasn't lost a lap yet. But I don't know what is going on with that 16 truck, but he's been to pit road a lot the last few laps, and that could play big dividends with Bucky Burt running in second right now, and Aiden Young just getting 4 fresh tires as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Justin Anderson, maybe not comfortable, but this is the 4th pit he's taken. Meanwhile, I'm looking up at Bucky. Doesn't look like Bucky's actually taken a pit stop yet. I'm showing 0. Justin Anderson in the pits, 4th time through, currently being scored 12th. Not sure if that's going to hold or not. I think he just lost one right there. The 8 car gets out in front of him.
Yeah, I don't know if the battle for the 8 was for position.
Yeah,
I believe
you're right.
Roy Atchison is about 5 laps down,
Yep.
so I'm not sure.
Headshot up in Canada. What are you doing up in Canada, eh? What part of Canada are you in, bud? Oh, that's okay. Marty Ray in that very nice looking blue 65 truck, your leader. Going to be starting on the outside of the front row. Second in points, but and we're going to have to talk about points after. Bucky Burt running in second right now. The 46 truck, Matt Skipper running third. Brad Wilson in the 88 going to be starting 4th. Corey Walters in the 12, going to be restarting in 5th place. 6, Travis Lonis. We haven't talked about Travis tonight. And then John Fershing Jr., Aiden Young, Jeremiah Ragsdale, and Blake Falone. That's your top 10. So tell me, Ryan, how is your point structure? Is it by position?
Yes, the point structure for the truck series is by position. 43 points for first, all the way down to 1 point for 43rd. Or last place. There is 1 bonus point for leading a lap and a bonus point for the most laps led, but that is it. So, in that case, basically, the 16 of Justin Anderson would have to finish in 14th, but Aiden Young would have had to have led the most laps and have to lead at least 1 lap to win the championship.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that breakdown. I've been trying to figure that one out.
He would have had, the 16 has to finish 22nd or worse.
Okay, 22nd or worse. Gotcha. Up front, the 65 truck, Marty Ray takes a huge jump off from the restart. Matt Skipper sneaks down below and follows him. Matt Skipper up to 2nd. Corey Walters running in 3rd. On the outside, Bucky Burt trying to find the line on the outside. It hasn't really been working so far. He's looking like he's going to lose a position. John Fershing Jr. comes up to the inside, looking to take another one away.
Yeah, and there's some contact there between the 25 and it looked like the 15 as they came off of turn 4. All those guys side trafficking stuff down the front straightaway. Might have crinkled a fender there, but everybody looks the way to have gotten clean.
Bucky Burt going the way he doesn't want to, backwards. John Fershing Jr. working his way back up. He's running in 4th. Oh, Bucky into the wall. Bucky into the wall, and it's slowing him way down. That's going to be a killer right there.
Yeah, it is, and Bucky's not going to be happy with himself about that one. I know Bucky. I race with him every week, and very hard on himself sometimes when it comes to these races, but he works really, really hard behind the wheel of that 25 Nature's Bakery Tundra, and I've been happy to watch him and Justin and all these different guys battle it out for the championship this season, but right now it's looking like it's Justin Anderson's championship to lose, while out front Marty Ray still leading the way, and he's actually starting to pull away from Matthew Skipper. Yeah,
the lead right now, 0.5 of a second, half a second. Marty Ray over Matt Skipper, and let's take a peek looking over Niagara Falls. Okay, well, I have gone to Niagara Falls. It's been about, without giving my age away too much, it's been about 22 years since I've been there. But man, I remember it like it was yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful area out there. Back on track. Marty Ray in the 65, still your leader. That gap back to Matt Skipper, still half a second. So the battle right now, third place, John Fershing Jr. trying to take away from Corey Walters. He's right on the back bumper.
Yeah, it is a good battle back here, too, between what is about to involve the 46, the 12, the 15, and the 69 for the top 5 positions there. All those 4 basically under a blanket as they're all racing for second spot, and they all want to try to catch the 65 with Marty Ray.
And as you're talking, John Fershing Jr. takes a nice line on the inside, looking to take away third place from Corey Walters in the 12. John Fershing has the preferred line. We've seen the inside line working. Now, usually it works better in 1 and 2. We're going to see if that holds true this time through. But no, Corey Walters actually able to get back in front and go down below the 46, Matt Skipper. Right now, the challenge is on for second.
Wow, and it's going to be bumper to bumper, side by side, as the 46 is trying to hold up all these guys, trying to maintain that spot. He does not want to give up second easy.
Nate, no, it does not. We don't charge a single penny to any of our drivers. John Fershing Jr. to the outside of the 46. John trying to do it on the outside right now in second place. Has gotten around the 46 by a bumper. We're going to see if he can make a stick in the corner.
Yeah, and he has cleared them now as they get into turn 3 there. And now it's the 69 and the 46 side by side. Those two are teammates. Aiden Young in the 69 and the 46 is Matthew Skipper for Hurricane Motorsports. So good to see those two working together, and good to see that 46 truck running up front. Matt's had some tough luck this year. We know Aiden's been able to win some races, but good to see Matt able to get up there as well. But he's in a good battle right now, and he's trying to hang on to that top 5 as all these guys are really fighting hard.
Yeah, you mentioned it, the 69 truck. Aiden Young has won 2 races so far this season. Really would love to make it 3. That would definitely go a long way in his championship contention here tonight.
Yeah, and it's definitely, you know, he knows what's at stake here. He's got to come into this race. He knew coming in he was going to probably have to lead the most laps and win the race. And right now, both of those are looking a little bit tough for Aiden Young, but definitely can't count him out. We know how strong he's been all season long, and that 69 truck, unfortunately, if he hadn't missed those 2 races, there's a few drivers in the league that have said that the 69 would have been the truck to beat for the championship had he not missed 2 races beforehand. But Aiden Young able to power back with those wins late in the year, and it's definitely showed. Even after missing 2 races, able to bring him back even closer than I was after only missing 1 event. So got to give the 69 driver props there for that one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a heck of a thing. When you can miss 2 and still be running in second in the points, that's great. But right now, Aiden Young actually under a little bit of pressure. Blake Falone trying to recapture 3rd place in the 11 truck. Dive down to the inside of the 69. Not able to do it. Can't carry the momentum out of the corner. Aiden Young holds on position.
Yeah, and I think if the 11's going to want to try to make that pass work, he's going to have to try to outbrake the 69, maybe getting into turn 3 or something like that and try the slide job, because right now, using that bottom was working a little bit earlier when those tires were fresh, but as these tires have gotten older, that outside line becomes the preferred groove, and it becomes a 1-lane racetrack, and it's going to get harder and harder for that 11 truck to try to make that move on the bottom around the 69 car, and all he's going to continue to do is burn up the tires the longer he has to force his truck to be down that low.
Yeah, and here he goes again, trying to go down low again. You see the black line on the track starting to move up just a little bit, and that happens as the lane moves up as well. The inside very rubbered in. That means they got to move up just about a half a lane or so, try and find some of that fresh pavement. And it looks like Blake did enough right there, but Aiden Young tries the crossover move. I don't know if he's going to have enough momentum to try and carry that one out, though.
Yeah, I don't think he was going to be able to get it there because he had to slow down a little bit more than I think he wanted to on corner entry. But 69 driver's just doing a good job there, and a great move by the 11 to get around the 69 of Aiden Young. And right now, that 11 truck's looking really, really strong. He might have something for Marty Ray if he could ever get up there and compete with him. But with these long green flag runs that we've had here tonight and the way this track's been acting, it's just playing into the hands of that 65 truck.
Yeah, right now, Marty Ray in the catbird seat praying that there's not another caution. A 1.1 second lead over John Fershing Jr. John still has the most laps led on the race at 38, but Marty Ray clicking them off now one at a time.
Yeah, and Marty Ray continues to lead here as we're coming, I think as you just mentioned there, 11 laps to go this time by in the remainder of the season. And just to let everybody know at home, in case they're interested, Justin Anderson currently runs in the 10th position. He is battling side by side with Bucky Burt for the 9th spot. And that is the champion right now. If everything stays the same, Justin Anderson is going to come into Homestead, do everything right, and looks like he might be able to walk away with his first TRRL championship here in our first ever truck series.
Yeah, 16 truck running on the inside of Bucky Bird in the 25. Bucky giving him plenty of room. The 16 truck just trying to hold position. He knows if he does that, championship is all but his. But up front, the guy trying to win this one, Marty Ray in that 65 truck, has a 1.1 second lead over that man right there, John Fershing Jr. John running in second place in front of Blake Falone in the 11 truck. Right behind him, Aiden Young. Actually, there's kind of quite a bit of separation between Blake and Aiden right now. So Blake really turning on the afterburners in that number 11 truck.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Blake Falone has looked stronger and stronger as this race is winded down, and he continues to reel in actually the back of the 15 truck as the gap between Marty Ray and John Fershing has continued to extend lap after lap. But it might take at this point, with there only being about 9 laps to go or so, 8.5 laps to go now, that we're probably going to need to see a caution here in order for Blake Falone to have enough time, or for anybody at this point to have enough time to catch Marty Ray, because he has just been stout this whole race, and that 65 truck is on a rail right now as we're coming down to the last few laps of this race.
Yeah, he's running a very nice line, low in, high out, carries the momentum through the corners. There's a reason why that gap is still increasing between him and John Fershing Jr. 1.1 seconds right now, was 1.2 before that corner, but that's no big deal. You're over a second lead. Pretty much trying to save some equipment just in case. If there was a caution flag right now, I don't think anybody would come down pit road. I wouldn't. So it's important to try and save something if you can. And right now, the guy that can do it, Marty Ray up front.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I think if a caution did come out, I think if you were in the top 5, you'd probably stay out. Anybody beyond that might try something, depending on how many laps are left. But if we get past this next lap here at lap 75 and a caution comes out, it's not going to matter. I think that's going to be the end of the race either way.
Yeah, they've been running, it's weird. I've been watching. Usually it's 4 laps. But we did have one caution that went 5 laps, so it was kind of interesting.
Okay. I wasn't sure what the lap count was with the cautions, so that does actually help. Because I can let Bucky know that. Just in case it happens.
Little inside information.
Yes, little bit of inside information for the boss man. But no, in all seriousness, it's been a really good race, and I got to give props to all those guys running up front. Marty Ray, John Fershing, Blake Falone. You know, these guys have just really been strong all night. I mean, Marty's just been up there all night long. He was fast in practice, and so wasn't John. And these guys, I don't know what they did, but they've just had their trucks dialed in all night long.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, you know. Sometimes people just click on a track, and it looks like Marty Ray, John Fershing, Blake Falone, Aiden Young, those 4 trucks really have just really had it dialed in. And let's see, yeah, I'm not forgetting anybody. Those 4 trucks really are the ones. Aiden did not lead 1 lap, but he's been up front most of the night. and definitely been up and down in the standings. But right now, running fourth, Aiden Young, who was the challenge really for the for Justin Anderson, who's going to end up being the champion here tonight.
Yeah, these guys are running really hard. I'm sorry, I actually had someone talking to me real quick. I missed what you said. They're just the very tail end of it.
That's okay. I'm sure if it was me talking, it wasn't that important. Time killer,
oh,
that's
no,
all.
I'm sure it was. That's how it works when we're in the booth. I need what you say to be the feedback, so I apologize for that. I had literally, I had my sister telling me something important in my left ear, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And then I put my headset back on, I was like, oh, I missed something important.
Nope, it's okay. We run on lap number 78 of 80. It's going to be 79 of 80. We're going to have 2 more laps to go for Marty Ray. 2 more laps. He's going to win the race. 2 more laps. Justin Anderson going to be your TRRL champion here in the Truck Series.
Yeah, that is for sure. And it's been a great season so far. And I, again, just in these closing laps, want to thank all the drivers and from everywhere that joined us, whether for example, you're like Marty Ray, you're from ExtremeMotorsports99.com, if you're from like Bradley Wilson or Corey Walters, some of those guys from the Monday Night Thunder, all the guys who are committed to TRRL, all of our drivers and stuff like that, all the guys who have come on board to support us. Obviously, you guys at Racing for a Cause as we're in the final lap. Thank you guys very much.
White flag is out. Marty Ray looking to win this one. Justin Anderson has got to have a smile on his face as he's realized, I'm sure by now, he is the champion.
I'm sure he does, and as they're coming through 3 and 4, Firstring tried to give it one last effort, but I think Marty Ray is going to get it.
Yeah, John able to close that gap down to about 0.5 of a second, but Marty Ray, your winner tonight in the 65 truck. Great run, really great race. 5 cautions, 18 laps, 5 different lead changes for 80 laps here at Homestead. That is wicked good driving. Sorry, a little bit of Northeast just snuck out of me and I said the word wicked. Wow.
You say Northeast snuck out of you. I'm from the Northeast, so I can attest to any of that. But wow, what a race there. That was definitely cool to see those guys right up front. And congratulations to Marty Ray. I do believe that's his first win for all the for him here at TRRL. So congratulations on behalf of me and all the admins there, Marty. If you catch this, congrats on your first win there, my man.
Yeah, congratulations to Marty Ray. He's burning the house down in that truck. A great run for him. Awesome. Just awesome.
Now, I think we have us a little bit of a dilemma here. The question is, I know how you guys do the interviews. I've seen you do it before. Do you just interview the top 3 in the champion, or do you interview the guys who contended for the championship too?
Well,
because there was a lot of storylines coming into this race.
There were, and let's see. Well, here's how it's going to have to work. Marty Ray, not in TeamSpeak. Your race winner. John Firstring.
Give me one moment, and I'm going to get everybody in TeamSpeak for you.
There we go. That's what I was hoping to hear. So as we get that sorted out, we're going to throw a little music up. We'll watch the guys play around a little bit as they know their season's now done. The truck season done. Your winner, the 65 machine, Marty Ray. And we'll be right back right after this.
it should just be one moment. I just got to post the TeamSpeak in the chat here.
No problem at all.
Conversation from earlier. There we are. Okay, let's see. We've got John Fershing, Bucky Burt, Marty Ray, Aiden Young. Where is Blake? He's the only one that's missing. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm going to try to get him. If not, I have a guy we can always pull up who finished, I believe, in the top 5. Okay. That wouldn't have normally been interviewed, but maybe we'll pull him up as he has never been interviewed. So, let's see if I can get a hold of Blake. I don't know if you want to do an interview, Chris, whatever your normal flow is. I don't want to take over your show. I'll try to get Blake Blown in for you.
Alright. Yeah, well, I was going to start with him, but we don't have to.
Give me 1 moment. He's in our group chat on the Facebook, so I'm trying to find his name.
Oh, no problem. I'll wait another minute then.
Alright, I sent him a message. I don't know if he's going to answer or not.
No problem. We'll give him a minute to come in and we'll go from there.
Alright, so let's see. I just want to make sure I have everybody for you. There he is.
Perfect.
Oh, he can hear us on the broadcast because we're talking. Bucky poked me and said that. He's like, we can all hear what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. That's
sorry,
okay.
guys, at home.
All right. It took us a little bit to get it here, but we are here. And joining us up in the booth, truck number 11, Blake Falone. Blake, this is Chris and Ryan up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, bud, you took that Pokemon truck from deep in the field, finished it third after leading 5 different laps. How did the truck feel, bud?
Oh, man, we were really good on, like, that middle run. When the middle line started coming through, I felt like I was at least a half a second faster and everyone else was around me. And then when that last restart, I started 10th, and I burnt all my stuff up to get to third. And we just ran out of juice there and just kind of coasted.
Yeah, you were definitely fast, and at the end, you were actually I think you were probably the fastest truck on track. The Pokemon truck. My son stayed up to watch this, and that's his favorite. So thank you very much for running that. And if you don't know, the Pokemon on the back is called an Eevee. That's what I found out in the middle of the broadcast.
Oh yes, that's one of my favorite Pokemon. You can definitely let your son know that he can thank TN Designs for that. They did a good job designing this specialized truck for me. It's definitely one of a kind.
Oh, Blake, coming home third, bud. Is there anybody you want to thank out there?
I'd like to give a shout out to all the guys I normally run with: Bradley, Corey, Andrew, Skippy. There's a few other in the chat that I missed, I'm sure. But thanks to all you guys. Thanks Ryan for having us over here. This is a great last race for their championship, and hopefully I can make a few more next season.
Yeah, it really was. Ryan, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Blake, for running with us tonight, man. Congrats on the third place finish, and I look forward to, if you want to be able to run with us, the TRRL Classic Cup Series starts next week. For you and anybody else out there that might be interested in running that, you can get in touch with me and Bucky Burt here on iRacing, and we'll be able to get you signed up for that if you're interested in running it.
All right, thanks, Ryan. I'll take a look. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Driver of the number 11 Pokemon truck, Blake Falone, coming home third tonight after leading 5 laps. Coming home second, the number 15 truck, John Fershing Jr., no stranger to us, talking to him in the booth, leading 38 laps tonight. John, this is Chris and Ryan up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha. How's it going, guys?
Doing pretty good, bud. Hey, that 15 machine was pretty quick. That first long green flag, you dominated that altogether. Got back in the pack a little bit, never was able to quite make it back, and then at the very last bit, you started closing the gap on Marty Ray. Did you have anything for him if you caught him?
No, I don't think I had anything there at the end. I got a little bit of damage in that last restart. I got doored on the right side. I mean, it was such minor damage, I didn't think it was going to affect it, but this place, it seems like Auto Club, the tiniest bit of aero drag, and you're just done, but I don't know. I can't blame anybody for that. I put myself back there. One of the earlier restarts, I restarted in third by accident, and then I just so then I tried to make a move and get fresh tires and come through the pack, and then that put me, back in a position to get doored. So it was all my own doing. But no, I don't think I would have had anything for him if I got there.
Well, nonetheless, it was a really good run for that 15 truck. Is there anybody out there that you want to thank?
Yeah, just again want to thank the guys for putting the league on. I haven't been around in a few weeks, been really tied up with life, and so it's good to be back and good to be here. Good to see all the viewers. Say hi to my dad, hi to my son, and thanks Chris for broadcasting. It's great.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Ryan, anything to add, bud?
Yeah, just thank you, John, for joining us this season. You're one of the guys that started with us at race number 1. It was cool to race with you all season long, and we hope to get the opportunity to race with you more as we continue to race at TRL. And thank you for running with us again all year, and congrats on the second place, man.
Thanks, Ryan. Have a good one.
Yeah, you as well.
That's the driver of the number 15 truck, John Fershing Jr., the guy I thought I was going to mess up his name the very first time I called it out, and it ended up being right. It happens. It happens.
I've been there.
Well, one more to talk to. Well, we got more than one, but right now, the winner of tonight's event, the 65, Marty Ray. Marty, this is Chris and Ryan up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do. How you guys doing tonight?
Well, bud, I'm doing pretty darn good. And yourself?
I'm doing really, really good. That was my first win in this league, and I'm really excited about it.
Ryan mentioned that he thought it was. And congratulations, man. That's a huge win on what really is a tough track. How did that 65 machine feel to you? And at the end, were you worried at all? Because John Fershing was coming up on you.
The truck was running really, really good. One of the things I learned during practice was I had to just give it a little bit of brake going into the turn so I could carry it a little harder. But yeah, I was definitely towards the end. I saw John coming up, and he was a second away, then 9/10, then 8/10, and I was starting to run out of tires because I was running pretty hard for that last run. So yeah, I definitely was worried about that. A few more laps and he would have got me.
Well, you popped the champagne bottles already, I'm sure. Congratulations again on the win. Ryan, did you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I just want to add, thank you, Marty, for running with us. Yeah, I know you joined us about mid-season. It was cool to see you and that 65 truck join us every week, basically, since you started with us. And congrats, man, on your first win here at TRRL. And just let me be one of the first admins to say congratulations. We're happy to have you, and we hope you continue to join racing us over here.
Oh, thanks a lot, and I really enjoy running with you guys. I really appreciate TRRL and Bucky and those guys for letting me run.
All right, there you are. Your winner tonight here at Homestead led 31 laps in the 65. That's Marty Ray, your winner tonight. So, Ryan, you mentioned there was a couple of storylines. The storyline that I want to talk about, the guy coming in second place into tonight's race, only 22 points down, Aiden Young. Aiden, who drives the 69 truck. Is that right? Yeah, 69
Yes,
truck, yes. Aiden Young, this is Chris and Ryan up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I got you.
Aiden, you came into the night thinking you had a shot at the championship. You ran up front for pretty much the whole night, not able to squeeze out a lap lead. How did the truck feel? Did you think you had a little bit more in it?
Yeah, the truck was just really tight on. I just couldn't do nothing with it. I knew once I was finished fourth that I knew he had the championship wrapped up.
Well, I'm assuming you're going to end up second in the points based on where the points were coming into it. And, hey, you know what? Second place in points, some people call it first loser, whatever. But to get to second place is a pretty good feat. I wanted to congratulate you on that and congratulate you on a pretty good race as well, coming home fourth tonight. So let me do that. Congratulations to Aiden Young, driver of this number 69. Ryan, did you have anything else for him?
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I can say is, a lot of people know me and Aiden here. Aiden, obviously one of my teammates, one of my good buddies here on iRacing. Aiden, as always, been a pleasure racing with you all season, buddy. And congrats on coming home second in the championship. Know you wanted to hope for a little bit more tonight, but you definitely put in a strong effort in that 69. Pit Stop Insider, TN Designs, Chevrolet. And is there anybody you want to thank there, my friend?
I just want to thank Pit Stop Insiders, Bucky from you, Ryan, everyone that comes out, the broadcast crew, everyone that comes out.
There you are, your second place finisher in the points. Fourth place tonight, Aiden Young. Congratulations again, Aiden. Well, we've got one more bit of business to do tonight before we sign this one off. Yeah, I've got Bucky here for a reason.
I see. Okay,
check this one out. You're going to like it.
Okay.
Bucky, Bert, Chris, and Ryan up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
I do, guys. Thanks.
Bucky, thanks for joining us up in the booth. Please tell everybody what your role here is at TRRL.
I am owner of TRRL, which stands for Thunder Road Racing League, and I am a driver.
All right. Well, as the owner, you have yourself a champion. I brought you up here so that you could crown your champion, and that is Justin Anderson. Hopefully, he unmutes his mic. We're going to keep an eye out for that. We'll give him a second. Justin, you're here. You need to unmute your mic. Bucky, if he doesn't do it, we're going to go ahead and crown the championship to him anyway.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing started then. On behalf of Rumar Vinyl Creations and TRRL Thunder Road Racing League, we'd like to crown our first TRRL truck champion, Justin Anderson. Justin's been with TRL since the very beginning on iRacing, so it's great to have him be our first truck champion. So congratulations, Justin.
Bucky, it has been a pretty darn good season. I wanted to thank you and Ryan for inviting us out here to broadcast these races. It's been a pleasure getting to know the drivers, and it's been a pleasure watching these trucks go around the track. Really do appreciate it from a personal standpoint, and really wish you guys nothing but the very best of luck going forward, some growth going forward, which is what we always want. And So thank you. Thank you both.
Well, I mean, I first want to thank you. We were in a very dire situation of needing a broadcaster due to some unfortunate situations, and you came on board. Racing for a Cause TV came on board very last minute and decided to pick up the slack, which was the rest of our season. And so we're very thankful to have uh, you guys, be our broadcaster. So, and we look forward to working together in the future. So, the partnership's not over yet, but we couldn't have done this without y'all's help. So we do appreciate that.
Well, there you are. Guys, I'm going to leave it up to you to get us on out of here. Is there anything more that either one of you would like to say?
I want to say something. This is one of my favorite racetracks, and I got it all the way up to second there on that final restart, and I pride myself on having good restarts, and I ruined my own race. So I'm just disappointed that I had to end the season that way. But happy for Justin, happy for Aiden to get second, and I guess I'm happy with a third. So with on iRacing with TRRL, the first series that we ran was Xfinity cars, and I finished second in the points there on that one. Then I got third in trucks. So I guess it's not so bad after all. But I want to thank the viewers that have been loyal to us from the very beginning and continuing to stay with us. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we can continue to put on great shows for you guys.
Well, so far so good, and I want to mention your series champion, Justin Anderson, driver of the number 16 truck, is back with us here in TeamSpeak. So I want to be the first. Sorry, Bucky. I'm going to be the first to tell him live. Justin Anderson, congratulations. You are the champion of this series. How does that make you feel?
Pretty good. It would have ran better all year. I feel like the year started off really well, then it was kind of like survival the rest of the year, and I feel like go back and look through a lot of just random luck where I missed a lot of tracks. A lot of luck going my way.
Well, you know the saying, it's sometimes better to be lucky than good, and take them how you can. It's racing. You can't.
I'm looking forward to the night.
Yeah.
I that cups are gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it too, because those K&N cars are pretty fun to watch. We happen to be running a K&N series, and it's been a blast to call. Lots of good action out there.
Just the way how competitive it got towards the end of this year. A couple other guys coming that series. It's gonna be pretty competitive. It's gonna be really interesting. A lot of good racing. But
Bucky, any words for your driver?
Hey, congratulations, Justin, on being the first truck champion. Glad to have you a part of the class, I guess you could say. So it's been a fun year, and look forward to the next chapter of TRRL.
you guys better watch next week. It'll be fun starting next week.
The gauntlet getting thrown down already by Justin Anderson.
It's gonna be fun next week.
Well, all right. I think all the ceremony and pomp and circumstance aside, we have our champion, and tonight a great race. 5 different cautions for 18 laps. Otherwise, some very long green flag racing, and it was pretty darn fun to watch. It was fun to call. Ryan, thank you very much for coming on up and joining me in the booth. It gets lonely when you do it by yourself with nobody to bounce anything off from, so I really do appreciate that. Bucky, again, I appreciate you having me out here tonight. And that's a nice way to wrap up a Friday. So thank you very much. And for everybody here at TRRL and us here at Racing for a Cause TV, Have yourselves a great weekend, everybody, and have a great Friday night. Thank you very much for coming out.